Hi everyone, Jennifer Shampoo here. What I want to talk about today is how Sky Ombres can be your color teacher. And I have seen people using the sky with prints, and it's really fun and exciting. It's something that I've always intended to be done with sky, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So today I'm getting around to it, and my assistant Colette is gonna help me. Yeah, there she is saying hi. And she's kind of like a newbie quilter. She's good with color, but I don't know, Colette, would you even say you're a quilter? Probably not.
I'm interested.
She's interested. She's a knitter, a crocheter. She's a painter. So she loves color. But anyway, we're gonna work together for 15 or 20 minutes and show you how you can use just a yard of fabric or half a yard of any of my skies to be your ombre color teacher. This particular color I'm using is called Evening. So Evening goes selvage to selvage, and it is like an evening sky that I interpreted. And the first thing we're gonna do is, like, you don't have to just use ombres with other ombres. I have a table loaded here with fabrics, and we're going to show you these different fabrics. Colette, you might as well come up and help me. Say hi to everyone first.
Hello.
So Colette and I are just going to pull fabrics from the table and put them next to the ombre to show you how you can use prints, you can use solids, you can use yarn dyes, you can use little prints, old prints, new prints. I have a ton from my stash. So I spent maybe half hour yesterday, an hour, pulling all these different things. Here is a blast from the past. This is like an old Hoffman of California Celestial back from probably the 90s. And look how pretty it goes with the ombre. So you'll see us build this palette. Colette, you can, Colette's got, you'll show them close. Colette's got a really old fabric. I think that's a home deck fabric, Colette.
It's very cute.
Yeah. So she kind of holds it up, and look how beautiful that goes with this piece. And this is just stuff I had in my stash. Here's another old, I think this might be, I'm not sure who designed that. It wasn't me, but that's really pretty in there. It's got the taupes, the pinks, the navies, and that's, right? Isn't that fun? And you've got your taupes here, and you've got even your soft pinks in here. So this is your color teacher. That's a fun Carolyn Friedlander, probably in everyone's stash. And look how beautiful it goes with the ombres. I love the white pigment on the gray, and it's kind of like a greeny gray. Here's a yarn dye right here. This is one of my old yarn dyes, and I'd say probably that's gonna fall in somewhere about here. So this is how you can build your quilt palette. And the particular quilt that we're gonna be ultimately working on is my Octagon Shimmer. And we are going to be combining ombres with your stash, whatever people want to bring. Prints, solids, hand dyes, batiks, yarn dyes, all of that. So that's going to be what we're going to make. All right. What else you got, Colette?
All right. Oh, here's a fun.
Oh, that's an oldie. That's from, I designed that, I think, in like 91.
I like the hints of green and like pink, and it's a tricky guy to pick.
Yeah, so where do you think that's?
So I almost want to go towards the darker end, even though it has hints
some
of
lights in it. Yeah.
But I still kind of want it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's gonna, I guess that'll show. Yeah. That's really pretty. And you squint down. So when you squint, it kind of falls more, maybe more in here, but this background is as dark as that. And that's really pretty in there.
You can see it. So that's good.
You can see it, great. And then here's like a really fun paisley, a classic paisley, putting it next to the Celestial. But look how pretty that paisley looks with the evening sky. So I don't know, let's put it over here because we've got some brighter blues over here. So we'll just start layering them up.
Here's a nice yellow that matches.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, and look at how that just made, see how that just made this all pop?
Yeah.
As soon as you put that up, look at how we saw all that.
Yeah, it pulls out the yellow.
Yeah, exactly. This is a really fun little yarn dye here, and it's a plaid. And that's gonna fall kind of like maybe in here with, as far as value-wise. So I'm gonna put that right there. And you got those light colors. Yeah, it's a little deeper pink, which is nice. That is from a shirt of mine.
Oh, it's very soft.
Well, it used to be white, and then it got stained, and so then I dyed it with cochineal.
Oh, nice.
Do you know what cochineal is?
No, I've only heard of avocado dyeing.
Right, no, cochineal is those little bugs. I dyed it in Mexico, and they're little bugs, and they yield this really brilliant red to like a soft pink.
Very pretty.
Yeah. Here's another fabric. This is bright blue, which again looks great in here. So I'm gonna put that, I'm kind of stacking the blues over here. This is old color poetry.
Here's my granny.
Oh.
My granny pattern.
Yeah, you hold that right up to there. That's actually got all the colors. Look at that. So you can go really traditional with your additions. And it's like a granny pattern. It is. Yeah. It's kind of like a little China pattern.
Classic.
It's classic, exactly. Granny in the best of ways, the best grannies. And then this is a retro, totally retro print. And big, and look at this. Look at how, boom, right? When I found that, I didn't know, because I just yanked it out, and then I brought them all onto this table and put them on, but look how fun that is there. I think we've got room down here. I might put it even down here. All right, what else we got, Colette?
He's kind of like a mid-tone.
Well, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right? So any kind of blender, batik-y thing, the chalk and charcoal, like there's a ton of chalk and charcoal colors that would go with this one fabric. Here's another old print of mine, Naturescapes, that would go in here. Maybe some of you have these things left in your stash. I don't know. Maybe.
That's fun.
Isn't that fun? Do you see the little dolphins?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's an old print. And then here, maybe put this as a nice solid.
Yeah.
So you can also add solids, if you want to just work solids with the ombres. You can pick, there's probably at least 45 colors in this one fabric. So this is how you build a palette using prints with the ombre. I'm gonna show you some of the kites that I cut out. This is part of my Octagon Shimmer pattern. This is when I say a kite, I don't know, can you see that? This is the kite, right? It's like an old classic kite. I cut out these from this one fabric, and then I cut out strips. Can you see that, Colette?
Yeah.
So then I cut out strips because you put strips onto the kite, and then you cut the whole half square out, half square triangle, and you end up getting your building blocks to make this quilt. So this is a close-up of the quilt that I'm gonna start making. Can I get that other side? Thanks, Colette. We can go to the top, yeah. So I'm going to be putting together a quilt that is this scale, and you can see right here is one block. So there's the kite, and then these are the strips you build on each side, and then you cut them out and you sew half square to half square, and then you build that 4 times, which gives you the full center block. So here are some kites that I cut out from the Evening Sky. So this kite is obviously from this area, and this kite is kind of more like from this area. And I am using the whole range of the ombre to make the kites. And I'm also using other prints in addition to the ombre as the kites. But here's to show you, this is what I begin building. So it doesn't look like much now, and I'm not even thinking ahead. It's very improv, it's very scrappy. You don't know the answers, and that's part of the fun creative process. You don't know where you're going. I just knew I liked these two colors together against this kite. This one is a different center. It's one of my chalk and charcoal original patterns, and I wanted to kind of build a lighter kite with a dark ground. So I'm gonna stick that maybe right here. Can you see that, Colette?
Yes.
Okay. And I love this fabric. It's like a Liberty of London. I'm not sure if it's an actual Liberty, but this is another kite. So there you can see close, I added that dark paisley. And then I have the ombre from the Evening Sky, the very bottom, yarn dyes, and more ombre. So that is blending there. And this green picks up some of the green that's going on in here. Not exactly, but close. And then I also sometimes just build these kind of pieces. I just build them. So here's another beginning of an idea. And I don't trim them down yet. I really, oh, here they all go. I really leave big pieces, big chunks, because I don't want to start curating yet. I just want to play. There we go. And so I think we're definitely gonna do a two-part. We're gonna also finish up tomorrow, and you'll see how I trim these down, and then I start putting them together. So here's another one with a light center, and this one's a little more scrappy. I added more strips on that side. There's no rule that you have to add any number, but I definitely, like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strips on that one side. And sometimes I just add one piece on the other side. Well, this is just 2 pieces. This is just 1 piece. Because there's a lot of improv work that will continue to happen in this process. As you can see in this pattern, the kites aren't always the same exact value. The only rule in this cover quilt here is that the strip on each side of the kite is always lighter. The first strip is always lighter. That was the only rule I had in this, and a lot of this quilt is actually predominantly light octagons, and then I punch the color through improv within structure, and I will strip color pops on top of the finished half square triangle. And if you have any questions, I will get to them. You can email me at jennifersampu@gmail.com. Thanks, and see you later.